ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै
नमः।
ॐ हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंसः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः।
We'll just join in Kirtan to just get these sound checks before we link up to the live stream, right?
Gajanana he Gajanana Namo Namah Shri Gajanana Gajanana he Gajanana Namo Namah Shri Gajanana Gajanana he
Gajanana, Namo Namah Shri Gajanana.
Gajanana he Gajanana Namo Namah Shri Gajanana.
Gajanana he Gajanana, Namo Namah Shri Gajanana.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah. Prathameshaya Namo Namah.
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 Gajanana he Gajanana Namo Namah Shri Gajanana.
Gajanana he Gajanana, Namo Namah Shri Gajanana.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Ashtavinayaka Namo Namah. Sri Jagadishwara Namo Namah.
Ashtavinayaka Namo Namah. Shri Jagadishwara Namo Namah.
Ashtavinayaka Namo Namah. Sri Jagadishwara Namo Namah.
Ashtavinayaka Namo Namah. Shri Jagadishwara Namo Namah.
Gajanana he Gajanana Namo Namah Shri Gajanana.
Gajanana he Gajanana, Namo Namah Shri Gajanana.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Lambodharaya Namo Namah. Vigneshwaraya Namo Namah.
Lambodharaya Namo
Vigneshwaraya Namo Namah.
Lambodaraya Namo Namah. Vigneshwaraya Namo Namah.
Gajanana He Gajanana Namo Namah Shri Gajanana.
Gajanana He Gajanana Namo Namah Shri Gajanana.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
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 Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. बोलिए गजानन स्वामी की जय. जय श्री गणेश. सियापति रामचंद्र की जय. जय श्री राम. Sitaram, everyone. We're just, while chanting, trying to get the levels and the sound. We okay? All right. So, if it was anybody else other than Pa, I was going down the road with the Satsang pell-mell. But we know his condition. I don't know how they're managing, and hopefully he'll be here in a few minutes. We'll see. Everything this evening is going to be informed by how he is managing, right? So I told everyone we are going to try to manage everything in 1 hour. And because we really don't feel Pa could manage for longer than that. But everybody knew when he started to see all the family and thing, a little extra energy just come and stuff, right? So we'll see. At least the little formalities that we have to do shouldn't be more than an hour, and the little extra time for meet and greet and little photos and so on. So just a couple things. One really is concerning the arti, because we all love to get the blessings of our elders. And I don't know if I have ever done arti for somebody who is 100 years old. I can't recall ever doing that. But we will have only one arti, well, 2 artis for Pa. One will be the children and grandchildren, and so everybody will join to do one arti. And then anyone else who wants to come, like nephews and nieces, well, all of you all are family and people from the village, will do one other arti. And we're asking that you don't kiss Pa today. Could be a blow him a kiss day, right? But you don't come to kiss him a lot because there's a bad virus going around and bad coughing and all of that. Some people don't even know they have it, and it's just manifesting like in the morning when you get up and so on. So we'll just ask today for your cooperation for that, because I don't think any of us would like him to get sick and to have the cough and whatnot. So from a little distance, you can greet him. Mohip is here, our professional photographer this evening, volunteering his services for $100 because it's 100th birthday. But he will guide the photos, because once we are finished, we were looking for photos, and it's so hard to find, especially from long ago. So as much as we can, we'll try to get photos of everyone. You may want to take your little selfies and so on. We do it from a little distance, but once we have finished, immediate family, so that we can go and try to organize for the food and all of that for others, okay? So we can start chanting. And so what I thought, it's not a very, although it probably feels formal, it's not a very formal session. Just as we used to do when we would go home by Pa, when he was better, and all of us would go, and the nephews and so on, and anyone would just volunteer to come and sing and offer a bhajan or so. We're following that same format today. So Deidre will sing for us, Danny will sing for us. I didn't really ask anyone else, but if someone would like to sing, we have a little session for that. And
Then we'll just share a chow pie or two, and we'll close up with the RT. So it's not a long session. So maybe we can start the live stream, and when they bring Pa, if they have to Pa is here? Oh, well, okay. So, and when he come in, I'll just stand up and give him a big clap and thing, eh? And but don't fright. I see say, what are you doing? You know, so the shank and ganti and all of that. See if they need to just get it. So we'll just wait for them to bring him in, and then we'll start. Danny, you'll sing after Danny. Once Pa comes and settles down, Danny can do his bhajan. Yeah. Yeah. No, I said once Pa come and he settle down, and so we'll do Danny's bhajan.
Jai 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 Devi Jagadamba.
Jai 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 Devi Jagadamba.
Sankataharani Mangalakarani.
Sankataharani Mangalakarani.
Sankataharani Mangalakarani.
Sankataharani Mangalakarani.
Jai 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 Devi Jagadamba.
Jai 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 Devi Jagadamba.
Jai Jai Devi Jagadamba.
Jai 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 Devi Jagadamba.
Jnana Shakti Jnanamayi Premamayi Kalyanamayi.
Jnana Shakti Vijnanamayi Premamayi Kalyanamayi.
Jnana Shakti Jnanamayi Premamayi Kalyanamayi.
Jnana Shakti Vijnanamayi Premamayi Kalyanamayi.
Shubhare Mata Devi Jagadamba.
Shubhare Mata Devi Jagadamba.
Shubhare Mata Devi Jagadamba.
Shubhare Mata Devi Jagadamba.
Jai 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 Devi Jagadamba.
Jai 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 Devi Jagadamba.
Jai Jai Devi Jagadamba.
Jai 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 Devi Jagadamba.
Jai Jagajanani Ma, Jai Jai Jagajanani Ma.
Jai Jagadani Ma, Jai Jagadani Ma.
Jai Jagajanani Ma, Jai Jai Jagajanani Ma. Jai Jagajanani Ma, Jai Jai Jagajanani Ma. Jai Jagajanani Ma, Jai Jai Jagajanani Ma. Jai Jagajanani Ma, Jai Jai Jagajanani Ma.
Okay.
Jai Jagajanani Ma, Jai Jai Jagajanani Ma. Jai Jagajanani Ma, Jai Jai Jagajanani Ma. Jai Jagajanani Ma, Jai Jai Jagajanani Ma.
Jai Jagadani Ma, Jai Jai Jagadani Ma.
Jai Jai Jagajanani Ma, Jai Jai Jagajanani Ma. Jai Jai Jagajanani.
बोलिए जगदम्बे माता की, उमापति महादेव की जय. Jai Shri Ram. Those of you who are on this side, before you sit, what you think I'm going to ask you to do?
come up in the front. It's not looking nice at all, and people will come afterwards. So just help us to fill up the front rows, please, if you don't mind to do that, right? Everyone, please be seated, right? Just help us fill up the chairs at the front. Look how I want to cry. Today would have been my mother's birthday too, that's why. So, my mother and my nanny. So once we are all settled, yeah. Happy birthday, Pa. Pa? Muti? You're not hearing? Okay. So, Pa is here, and we are all here to pray with him and to give thanks. So, wherever you find it possible that you can join in the chanting and the bhajans and so on, please do so. I will guide you as we go along. So his nephew Danny is going to lead us in bhajan.
मथुरा अयोध्या हरिद्वार द्वारिकावन्तिका कांची पूरी साथ है मोक्षदायिनी सबसे बरकर है काशी जय विश्वनाथ ओम नमः शिवाय 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 जहाँ शिव जी विचरण करते हैं उस भूमि को काशी कहते हैं जहाँ शिव जी विचरण करते हैं उस भूमि को काशी कहते हैं ये मोक्षदायिनी काशी है ये पतित पावन काशी है ये मोक्षदायिनी काशी है ये पतित पावनी काशी है हम काशी के पावन रजकन को नित अपने शीश पे रखते हैं जहाँ शिव जी विचरण करते हैं उस भूमि को काशी कहते हैं आनंदवन रुद्रवास है ये शिव काशी वाराणसी आनंदवन रुद्रवास है ये शिव काशी वाराणसी महाश्मशान है तपस्थली मुक्त भूमि वाराणसी महाश्मशान है तपस्थली मुक्त भूमि वाराणसी त्रिपुरारी की नगरी है ये शिव शंभु की है पुरी जन विपराहारिणी नगरी ये गंगा तटहारिणी नगरी जहाँ पाप सभी के मिटते हैं उस भूमि को काशी कहते हैं ये मोक्षदायिनी काशी है ये पतित पावनी काशी है हम काशी के पावन रजकन को अपने शीश पे रखते हैं जहाँ शिव जी विचरण करते हैं उस भूमि को काशी कहते हैं शिव त्रिशूल पे ठहरी हुई है परम पावनी ये काशी शिव त्रिशूल पे ठहरी हुई है परम पावनी ये काशी परम भक्ति की कान है ये, जन मन भवन ये काशी। परम भक्ति की कान है ये, जन मन भावन ये काशी। सकल देवता अनगिन रूप से नित्य ही पूजन करते, ज्योतिर्लिंग विश्वर जी का नित्य दर्शन करते रहते। जहाँ विश्वनाथ जी बसते हैं उस भूमि को काशी कहते हैं। ये मोक्षदायिनी काशी है, ये पतित पावनी काशी है। ये मोक्षदायिनी काशी है, ये पतित पावनी काशी है। हम काशी के पावन रजगन को अपने शीश पे रखते हैं। जहाँ शिव जी विचरण करते हैं उस भूमि को काशी कहते हैं। जय विश्वनाथ ओम नमः शिवाय, 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 जय विश्वनाथ ओम नमः शिवाय।
बोलिए उमापति महादेव की जय, जगदम्बे माता की जय. So Deidre is going to lead us in the next bhajan, and when I saw the bhajan, I was very happy that she chose to do this bhajan. One is for Pahul's life. I see even from across where we are, hear him singing Ram Katha. For a long, long time when the hammock and all of that used to be outside in the open shed, and he's always loved chanting and singing and reading Ramayan Katha. And the whole world now, across the Hindu world, there is just heightened focus on Bhagwan Sri Rama, because in 2 weeks' time or so, he will be returning to his Janmasthan, that place where he took avatar. And this bhajan says, Shri Rama Ayodhya, me aaye chalo re sakhi Ram se milo. It's calling on everyone to let us go and welcome and meet Bhagwan Sri Rama. So that is this most divine sacred place in India, that is Ayodhya. But we also have our own Ayodhya. Where is your Ayodhya? Home? Well, technically correct, but this is Ayodhya. Ashtachakra Navadvari. So that place of 8 chakras and 9 gateways, that is Ayodhya. So let us ask Bhagwan Sri Rama, let's meet him within our own selves, and certainly we all look forward to just seeing him return Ram Lala to Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir. So all of us, we join with Deidre.
Hey, Siya Rama, oh Rama Rama, hey, Siya Rama, oh Rama Rama, Prabhu Rama Ayodhya mein aaye, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले,
प्रभु राम अयोध्या में आए, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले.
राम से मिले सिया राम से मिले,
राम से मिले सिया राम से मिले,
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले,
श्री राम
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले,
प्रभु राम अयोध्या में आए, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
रामा लक्ष्मण जनक दुलारे,
राम लक्ष्मण जनक दुलारे,
राम लक्ष्मण जनक दुलारे,
राम लक्ष्मण जनक दुलारे।
हनुमत संग में आए,
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले। चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
प्रभु रामा अयोध्या में आए,
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले। चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
माता सुमित्रा आरती उतारे,
माता सुमित्रा आरती उतारे,
माता सुमित्रा आरती उतारे,
माता सुमित्रा आरती उतारे।
नयन मीरा बहाए,
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले। चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
प्रभु रामा अयोध्या में आए,
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
धूप दीप नैवेद्य चढ़ावे,
धूप दीप नैवेद्य चढ़ावे,
धूप दीप नैवेद्य चढ़ावे,
धूप दीप नैवेद्य चढ़ावे।
उनके चरण पकारे,
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले। चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
प्रभु रामा अयोध्या में आए,
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले। चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
तुलसीदास कर जोर करत है,
तुलसीदास कर जोर कहत है।
हरि गुण गात चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
प्रभु रामा अयोध्या में आए, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले। चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
हे सिया रामा, ओ राम रामा, हे सिया रामा, ओ राम रामा। चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
जय हो। चलो रे सखी राम से मिले। चलो रे सखी राम से मिले। चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
बोलिए सियापति रामचंद्र की जय। जय श्री राम।
So this morning at the after satsang, someone said to me, "What you going to do for a satsang and talk about for somebody who have 100 years? What you going to tell that person?" I say, "Well, I'm not going to tell that person anything. It's the people who come to celebrate the person. I'm going to talk to them." So we were just chatting a little bit because what really can we say to Pa or to talk about Pa or to give any counsel or advice or anything like that. So I'm only going to do 2 chow pies for the message, for the sharing, and then we will celebrate Pa with what we have organized once he can manage. And I chose these 2 chow pies actually since last week. I thought about it because in essence, if anyone talks to Pa or would have been talking to Pa over the last few years, from his own recollections and his own memories and his own reflections, he always basically is now talking about when it's time to go and about living a good life and being good people and doing the right thing and how difficult is what it was long ago. Now he doesn't talk too much This morning, they shared a little video, Jean and Day, and he was actually talking and sharing some of these reflections. So what his life has been about, and what he has also been trying to share in his own limited way with everyone, it is what is contained in these two chowpais. Now, the challenge is, when Paa is talking and saying anything, who you have to listen to? Who you have to listen to? I agree he is the most important person, right? But we'll just see if we can just be a little focused, because he'll be a little unsettled, okay? So the chowpais will come up on the screen, okay? So we'll all just sing this together, and we'll share the meaning very quickly, and then we will celebrate Paa. So let's see. These are the words of Bhagwan Sri Rama. Just after he was crowned as Raja Ram, so this is at his coronation, he is speaking, okay? So let us just hear what he's saying in these couple verses, two chowpais. Please sing along and join with us. If you can see. Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Ehi tan kar phal Bishaya na bhai Bishaya na bhai Svargau svalpa anta dukhadai Anta dukhadai Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram
Jaya Jaya Rama Jai Jaya Rama
Naratanu pai Bishaya man dehi Bishaya man dehi Palati sudhate Sath bishalehi Sath bishalehi Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama
Sri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jai Jaya Rama
Kabahu kakari karuna nar dehi Karuna nar dehi Detai sabinu hetu sanehi Hetu sanehi Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram
Jaya Jaya Rama Jai Jaya Rama
Naratan bhava baridhi kahu beru Baridhi kahu beru Sanmukha maruta anugraha meru Anugraha meru Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram
Jaya Jaya Rama Jai Jaya Rama
Jaya Ram Shri Ram
Jaya Jaya
Rama Jaya Jaya Rama बोलिए सियापति रामचंद्र की जय जय श्री राम. So the words of Bhagwan Sri Ram, and you know, anytime we have a birthday celebration, we are celebrating a birthday, this is a good reflection for all of us. What is Bhagwan Sri Rama saying in this? Using the senses, our sense organs of perception and our sense organs of action, doing, talking, seeing, smelling, walking, all of these are our sense organs. Bhagwan Sri Ram is saying, using all of these blessings that are our sense organs only to enjoy the pleasures of the world, this is not the sole purpose of human existence. Okay, did he say don't enjoy? Okay, so we'll see just now. So he said, he's reminding us that life has a greater purpose. And the lines are saying, whatever the external source of happiness, it will be enjoyed only for some time. It will not be permanent. And quite often, such worldly and external joys, they end in a lot of sorrow. So Bhagwan is saying, think, be wise, because it is foolish to use our mind, to use our capabilities only for experiences that are fleeting, that are not permanent. And to do so after attaining this precious human birth. So let me pick on somebody I know. If I say Mohib, I have a glass of poison here, boy. You want a taste? Take a drink of this. All right? Poison. It have to Mohib here? No, not Uncle Mohit. I wouldn't do that. Right. Yes. Mohib. Right? And I said, this is poison. Right? And Mohib has a glass that has nectar, something pure. Right? And he has it. And he's saying, you are offering me poison. I have the nectar here. I will enjoy it. Bhagwan is saying, if we don't use our mind and our capabilities for the higher purpose for which it was given to us, it is like we are consuming poison when we have the capability to enjoy nectar. There's a saying that poison will kill the body one time, but the sense organs, what? It will kill us again and again and again. Now take it all in context, okay? Bhagwan is just giving us words of caution. So he's saying that it is because of good fortune. Bhagwan says, because of my love for you, you are the Jiva, I am the Paramatma. You are the individual, I am the Supreme. It is because of my love for you that you have been granted this human form, this human birth. It's a great blessing. And he lovingly reminds us about the purpose for which this body is given. You know, if you think of a small boat, or even think of a raft in a river, oh, well, not the ocean. That will be a little bit, sure, getting shipwrecked, right? Think about a river, okay, the two banks, and we want to cross to the other side. Very beautifully, he describes, he says, it's like the Jiva is in that boat, and I am the Paramatma. So this is a boat that doesn't have engine and all of that. So we need the grace of something like the wind. So he describes himself like the wind, a gentle, pleasant wind to help us to what? Sail across, to move across, so that we can move from a lower existence or a lower state of consciousness to the absolute consciousness. So this is the caution. This is what Bhagwan is reminding us of, because we are all very blessed. Why are we blessed? We are human beings. This is what Bhagwan Sri Rama says. So this is all that I will share with you. Life is to be experienced and enjoyed. Our tradition doesn't deny us that at all. If you read the Upanishads and so on, one of the most famous verses, Isha Vasyam, Idam Sarvam, Yat Kincha Jagatyam Jagat Tena Tyaktena Bhunjitaha. Magradaha kasyasvidhanam. 3 important words there. Bhunjitaha means to rejoice and to experience bliss in the world. Sanatana Dharma says, enjoy it, do so, experience every beautiful thing, work, accomplish, achieve, and prosper. We have Mahalakshmi, gold coins, no ordinary coins coming from her hands. So may we prosper. But it cautions us about tyaktena. We have to know what to let go of. and when to let go of the things that bind us. Grudha. Grudha means to grab, to seize, those things that tie us up. So this is our reflection. This is what we offer. And what we share from the lips of Bhagwan Sri Rama, and on the occasion of Paa's 100th birthday. I think to honor him and to celebrate him, as he would always say, be good, all you be good, Chiran, beta. You all know how he will speak. Be kind. Do the things that will help and support others. And do you all realize how old we are all getting, how fast? You all realize that? Valini, you were telling me that the other day, right? Just the other day. How? You've seen somebody pictures. When I was out, I say, hey, them children get big so fast. They all married and all of that. How quickly time is going. And there's so much that we postpone for later. So as much as you can serve and as much as you can help and support someone and support something now, do it. Don't wait for tomorrow. Because where will you be tomorrow? Where will you be tomorrow? And you're sure you're going to be there tomorrow? We don't know. So do the right thing and live well now. Boliye Siyapati Ramchandra ki jai. So just a couple reflections. I'll ask, you'll get the cordless for Uncle Harinath, please. Harinath, to just share a few reflections, and then we'll have Valmiki after, and then we will organize to do the Malarpan and so on. So Harinath was trying to remember some things from long ago that he wanted to share. So you can come here and share your reflections. You can use the cordless microphone.
Testing.
Sitaram, everybody.
Sitaram.
I hope whatever small things I have to say doesn't encroach on Valmiki's presentation, because it's not my intention. When my mother passed away, it was a very trying time for my father. And my sister and I, may her soul rest in peace, Duya, we should take him around because that is what he loved, visiting relatives from home to home. And generally, we grew up in a very regimented home. So it was not easy to get him to open up to say things that generally he would say under normal circumstances. But my sister had a way of getting him to speak. And I remember few things. One of the things my sister asked him, she said, Pa, before you married, you ever had any lady? Pa said, but I grew up Chiran and always so stupid. We said, well, why? He said, boy, woman never want man who had no money. I didn't have no money that time. Once I took him to the doctor, the dentist, and we had to drop him off in front. And then when I went to go and park and I come back in front, I asked the lady, I said, have you clerked him up as yet? She said, yes, he gave me all the information he needed. So I sat down for a while, and then I hear the doctor come out and saying, who is Ramsingh? Ramsingh. I find that strange. I say, well, he's Ramsingh. She said, no. I asked him, what is his first name? He said, Ramsingh. And then I asked him, what is his second name? And he also told me Ramsingh. Now, today I was looking up on a deed that he and his brother purchased a piece of land in 1939. And on that deed had the name Ramsingh also. So he have carried that singular name for quite a while, from 39 until now. My father was born to Paa Ramsingh, his father, that was his father's name. And ask as much as we want to ask him what his name is, he cannot remember. And I was asking two of my cousins too, they didn't remember his mother's name. So we don't know what his mother's name was. His father died in 1929. He was 5 years old. And they had it very, very hard because they lost everything when his father died. They lived in abject poverty. And fortunately for him, he had a very good brother, Rajkumar Singh, my uncle, may his soul rest in peace, who he grew up in his shadow, and during his formative years, he acted as role model for my father. He got married in Raghunanan Road, and they bought property in Raghunanan Road, but that is another story by itself. Because when we ask him, well, how you leave Freeport and you come to Raghunanan Road to live? He said, boy, we buy land in Chase Village in Freeport, but when we go on there to live, we couldn't build a house. It was too muddy. So we were going to buy a lot of land in Lange, from Lange in Montrose. And they told us the land was $300. So it was difficult because they used to ride from Chase Village until Komoto to go to work. They used to work in the base. And he said, between my brother and I, we struggled to make that $300. By that time, in 1944, their mother had died. He was 18, going in 19 years old. His mother had died. So back to the drawing board again. He got married in 1945 in Raghunandan Road. And then I think they found out that in Raghunandan Road there is a coconut and lime estate which has been sold for $500. And where they were going to buy one lot of land in Montrose for $100. So history speaks for itself now. They bought the land in Raghunandan Road, and that is how he ended up in Raghunandan Road. As for his name, Ramsingh, when we asked him why you only have one name, they named him Ranjit Singh when he was younger, Ramjit. He said, but everybody, when I go to school, everybody, Ram, how you going? Ram, how you going? So when people ask me, what is your name? I say, Ram. And what's your title? Singh. So you see, instead of they ask me all the time, what's my name and my title, I tell them my name Ram Singh. And so that name stuck on him, and he has been carrying that name ever since. I thought I'll give you all a brief history of some of the small things that mattered to him. Of course, he was a man of the village and somebody for the village. He was involved in the cricket in Trinidad, in Conqueror's Ground here. And the day my brother, who is the second son, was born, my mother always was very proud of that. He scored 100 runs, and he won a bat on that very day for Conqueror's Cricket Ground. He won a bat as an award for that. He also said that they made an effort to get the Mahasabha to build a school in Raghunandan Road. But when they held the meeting at Enterprise, more people in Enterprise turned out. So the school was built in Enterprise instead of Raghunandan Road. And those of us who could remember, they also made an effort to build a school in Raghunandan Road. But because of lack of funding, it was never achieved. So he was always not a man of the village also, but a man for the village. And he have always been involved in a variety of things in the village. And for this, I am happy that we are able, and we are one of the blessed families, to be able to celebrate our father's birthday, 100 years. Sitaram.
Thank you very much, Sharinath. And the grandson. So Pa scored 2 centuries, huh? Yeah, he's a double century holder. Yeah, so I'll ask his grandson, or Dr. Valmiki Arjun, to share his reflections about Pa.
Sitaram, everyone. So I want you all to picture this. It is the year 1992. Basdeo Pandey's popularity as opposition leader was growing really fast. And West Indies was playing Australia in a one-day international, and we were all glued to the TV screen for a nail-biting final over. It got down to the last ball, and Australia needed 5 runs to win. Courtney Walsh was the bowler. He sprinted towards the pitch and unleashed the cricket ball with lightning speed towards Steve Waugh, the batsman. But with his sharp reflexes and perfect timing, Steve Waugh moved his back foot to the side, swung his bat, and in a split second sent the ball soaring over the boundary ropes. 6 runs, game over, West Indies lost. A thunderous voice erupted over the living room. That's not how you're supposed to bowl? Where are they really getting them players from? You think if I was bowling, they could have hit me for 6? Well, this voice belonged to none other than my dear grandfather, who, as many of you may know, was an avid cricketer. And back when I was a child, as far as I was concerned, my grandfather should have been coaching the West Indies cricket team because there was no one more knowledgeable about cricket than him. So today we are here to honor this very man, Mr. Ramjit Singh, better known as Ram Singh, who we affectionately called Pa or Papa our entire lives. We are here to celebrate this milestone that is as remarkable as the life he's lived so far, his 100th birthday. Although I have to say, I still have my doubts about his actual age, because just on Christmas Day, he was insisting that he's actually turning 75.
Yes.
Plus, his skin is so smooth, he might as well star in a Pennywise advertisement. And his strikingly good looks have not diminished in the slightest. So you can, of course, tell it's quite obvious where most of his grandkids got their genes from. Our grandmother. I'm just kidding, make no mistake. Our grandmother was a very beautiful and a very intelligent woman. They had a partnership that was built on mutual respect, unwavering devotion, and that became the cornerstone of our family story, because it was her support that molded Pa into becoming a man of exceptional character, a pillar of strength, a beacon of wisdom, not only to his family, but for the entire community. Pa's journey wasn't paved with the luxury of boundless opportunities. Instead, it was shaped by grit, determination, and hard work from the very first day. From a very delicate age, he worked several jobs as a laborer on the roads, in the rice fields. I think at one point in time he worked in Caroni Limited, if I'm not mistaken. And he also worked as a taxi driver. And of course, like many others back then, he and my grandmother reared several farm animals. All this hard work was his labor of love for his children, because he was determined to see all of them escape this trap, this cycle of poverty. Today, we can say with immense gratitude that all the achievements of the Ramsingh grandchildren are a testament to our grandparents' years of hard work, discipline, and sacrifice, and the occasional buff and licks that the older ones especially would get if they were, as he would put it, skylacking. For the younger ones, that means you're wasting your time. Just ask Asha and Anish how much licks they used to get back in the days. I used to get buff, not licks. But Pa didn't emphasize he didn't just emphasize the importance of education. He always stressed on having a deep understanding and respect for one's culture and religion, emphasizing that without these pillars, we would find ourselves directionless in life. Over the years, he acquired mastery knowledge of many of our scriptures, especially the Ramayana. One of the fondest memories I have of him as a child was when my mother and Uncle Harinath both purchased a Ramayana for him as a birthday present. Now, when I first saw the book, I was spellbound by it. It was all written in Hindi, and the covers were made of brown canvas. Many evenings thereafter, when we visited, he would sit with me, he would read several verses from the book and teach me the story of the Ramayana. His knowledge of this scripture was so vast that for many years, pundits would tremble when they mounted the Singhatsan to give a discourse on the Ramayana and they saw him in the crowd, because he was not afraid to publicly challenge them if he didn't agree with them. So Auntie Gita, you real lucky, you get away scotch-free.
I don't think so. I got one dose already.
You see, our grandfather Pa, has always been a great debater, whether it be about religion, about the Ramayana, about scriptures, about politics, about cricket, or life in general. He has always had and continues to have very strong convictions, and this is a trait that was passed on not only to his children, but also to his grandchildren. Very strong convictions and very, shall we say, spirited discussions. But that's more so for the female grandchildren, not so much the male grandchildren. Now, the Ramayana was not the only love story that our grandfather showed a keen interest in. Growing up, when the clock struck 12 p.m. at high noon, the TV would always be switched on for the young and restless. Every grandchild, without fail, went through a phase of having to sit and endure Nicky and Victor Newman. Nowadays, his interests have switched to the ZTV serials. And I can't blame him, as the actresses there are far better looking. But in hindsight, this is why Pa was able to give us proper advice on relationships when we were getting married. Because after so many years of looking at soap operas, he must have become a master of what not to do in a marriage. Just kidding. His advice, in all seriousness, was rooted in the love, the trust, and the bond that he developed with my grandmother. So much so that they were able to withstand every trial that life threw at them. Beyond the confines of our family, Pa's impact extended to the community that he cherished so much. His kindness, his generosity knew no bounds, and it touched the lives of countless individuals. Anyone, and I mean anyone, that ever came to his house would always be warmly greeted with something to eat and drink, because for him, guest is God. Anyone passing by his home asking for financial assistance would never leave empty-handed. And then there's the Jehovah Witnesses. Well, from the moment they stepped in front of the gate to ask if he found Jesus Christ, his response would be, "Have you met Sri Ram?" And then he would invite them inside to get an enriching lecture on their mind. So it makes sense why for several years now the Jehovah Witnesses would just pass his house straight. They wouldn't bother to stop. Long before many of us were even born, his first car, an Austin Cambridge, wasn't just a vehicle. It was a symbol of progress because it gave free rides to children to school. And as I understand it, sometimes he would bring a projector to the village so that people could watch movies and enjoy a cinematic experience, because in those days, many couldn't afford to go to the movies. And this is just one of the many activities he would spearhead to bring the village together. These are just some examples of Pa's selflessness to his community. So it is no surprise that for many decades, he is cherished by his community. Now, I can go on and on about the many lessons and experiences with our grandfather, like the countless times he forbade us from playing cards because cards are a blight to your home, or stop running or else you will learn how powerful gravity can be by a serious tumble and a bruised knee. But this was meant to be a short tribute to his century of life, love, and wisdom. So as I close, I just want to say to you, Pa, you are a living example of integrity, always teaching us that the true measure of a man is not in what he says, but in what he does. Your life is a shining example for us, your grandchildren. You've always been the giant on whose shoulders we've stood on, and for this we will always be grateful. Thank you for the lifetime of lessons that have molded us, the love that have embraced us and protected us, and the many stories that have captivated us. Thank you for laboring tirelessly and diligently all those years to pave the way for a better life for all of us. I just want to close with something that my cousin Shiva sent me yesterday morning. Tumhara naam Ramsingh hai, hamara naam Ramsingh hai. Our family name symbolizes courage, strength, and devotion. You have instilled these values within us 100 times over, and in your future lives, we hope your cup runneth over. Happy 100th birthday, Pa, and we love you dearly.
Boliye Siapati Ramachandra ki jai.
So I'll share one quick memory because of something that Valmiki said about, sometimes we can't deal with honesty, right? So I have to talk about this time. I was recently married, probably I think it was just about a year. So we went to a yagya in this village. And Pa and Ma and, many villagers and family there. So the pundit started to sing. And, I was hearing a little mumbling and grumbling because we were right behind. And Ma probably telling Pa, just be quiet, and thing. And he just couldn't, contain himself because the way the Ramayana was being sung, it was very fast-paced. And you could hardly hear the chowpai singing because the music was very overpowering. And a beat of a local chutney and a melody at that time. So he just stood up. Is chutney all you want? Is chutney all you want? And I'm like, okay, right? So, and Ma there, sit down, mister, and pulling him down. So that's not the hard part, right? About a week after, Dada passed away. Danny and their father. So it's time for reading. So I have to go. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go to do the reading. I said, what? I don't want my father-in-law to start to quarrel with me and all of that. But of course. So I went. And when I went, Pa and a lot of the elder men folk, Charlie father and all of them. And so I did the reading. I just hear somebody say, so how the girl went? You getting up and dancing tonight? No chutney tonight? He said, she gone good. I said, phew, thank you. But to honor what is traditional and sacred and blessed and pure. Our elders, they represent that culture that we are losing. And we always make a point here at the mandir. When you think of Hanuman, Angad, Jamavant, Nal, Neel, all of these formidable, youthful, powerful warriors who were part of Bhagwan Sri Rama's army. And you look at them, you see in their company somebody very old and wise. Who was that? Jamavant. What is Jamavant? Have you all ever thought of that? What is Jamavant doing there always with all these young, formidable warriors? He is there because he represents the voice of experience and the voice of wisdom. This is why he was the one who would awaken Hanuman Baba into his capabilities and what is potential in himself. So these are very important reflections. But anyway, as Valmiki was talking, I was remembering that in my mind, and I'm so happy that I never really got a good scolding for the kathas, but he always had encouraging words to say. So this is the end of the tributes. We'll call on all the children and grandchildren to just be on the side. All of you stand. The Malaysia, Bhavani, you all will help them. You are Chaya. Please stand, everybody, and you all come today. And please stay on this side so that when you are offering the Malarpan and Chandan and so, all the children and grandchildren for this. All right, to offer the Chandan, the Malarpan, and so on. So as I said at the beginning, we want to save some time and we don't want to have Pa be too hassled or agitated. And please go behind on that side so that you're not blocking the camera. We have family members who are viewing the live stream, and we welcome them also. Okay? Krishna, you are a son, and I am a daughter-in-law, but I can't get up. Go there, we'll just chant the mantras. Go join them. Yeah. Acha. Yeah. All right. So we offer Chandan Tapa. Om Sri Khanda Chandanam Divyam Gandharyam Sumanoharam Vilepanam Surasreshtaha Sri Khanda Chandanam Prati Grahyatam Om Sri Sugandham Samarpayami Malyakadi Sugandhini Mala Ityadini Vai Prabhu Maya Hritani Pujartam Sri Pushpanim Prati Grahyatam Om Sri Malyarpanam Samarpayami. Offer the Aarti. Please offer Aarti. Om Sri Khanda Chandanam Divyam Gandharyam Sumanoharam Vilepanam Surasreshtaha Sri Khanda Chandanam Prati Grahyatam
ॐ न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्यतो भाति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वम् इदं विभाति हरिः ओम्. All of you all just bow now. We don't have time for everyone to do arti. Okay? You can bow and move on. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram. Please move the arti after. Please move the arti after. Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram 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 Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai.
All others, we'll make one more group, nieces, nephews, anyone who wants to join for one more arti from the extended family and the community. If you would like to, you can do that now. Just come around that way, please, and we'll just continue chanting. Okay? Bhavani, please be guided by the where the camera is. So when you're walking, we'll be able to see Pa properly, right? So let them just do the chandan, essence, this group, and arti. Okay? You can give them some flowers to offer. Okay. Just you'll be able, once you come across, touch hands from where you are. Okay? Acha. Offer chandan. Om Shri Khanda Chandanam Divyam Gandhadyam Sumanoharam Vilepanam Surasreshtah Sri Khanda Chandanam Prati Grahyatam Om Shri Sugandham Samarpayami Na Tatra Suryo Bhati Na Chandra Tarakam Nema Vidyato Bhati Kutoyam Agnihi Tameva Bhantam Anubhati Sarvam Tasya Bhasa Sarvam Idam Vibhati. Everyone just bow and come around behind Mohip and the camera there, please. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Bring the cake across. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai. All the children, please come at your pa. All the sons and the daughter, Ilila is here. Krishna, go ahead, we'll manage.
Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. What less? Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Sound checking. Okay. Pa, you want to say anything to people? Say one line to people, anything? Anything you want to tell people? Anything you want to say to all your family and friends and relatives, everybody here? Tell them something.
You want to make a speech?
No? Okay. So I just thought if he wanted to say anything, but he's not, probably tired. All right. Say something on the mic, Pa. say something for everybody, right? Anything you want to say? Yeah?
Everybody, goodbye for the last. Everybody, goodbye for the last.
Well, don't worry, he's saying that for the last 20 years. All right? And naturally, these are things that are on your mind, okay? So we'll all stand. We'll have one last arti, just a few lines. Please, let me put my back rest. Because it's Satsang and we'll just finish up. We'll just chant the Jai Jagadisha Hade, a few verses Arti, and you'll have the Arti blessing. Pass it around for everyone, and then we'll close up.
Jai Jagadish Hare, Swami Jai Jagadish Hare. Bhakta Jano ke sankat, दास जनों के संकट
क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख बिन से मन का स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण गहूँ किसकी स्वामी शरण गहूँ किसकी तुम बिना और न दूजा तुम बिना और न दूजा आश करूँ जिसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूरन परमात्मा तुम अंतरयामी स्वामी तुम अंतरयामी पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन करता मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी कृपा करो भरता ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम हो एक गोचर सबके प्राणपति स्वामी सबके प्राणपति किस विधि मिलो दया में किस विधि मिलो दया में तुमको मैं कुमति ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे दीन बंधु दुख हरता तुम रक्षक मेरे स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे अपने हाथ उठाओ अपने हाथ उठाओ द्वार पर तेरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम
जय जगदीश हरे।
विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा। स्वामी पाप हरो देवा। श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकर, दास जनों के संकर क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
We chant closing mantras. We pray for everyone. We pray for everything. In the Shanti Path mantras that we chant, may all be at peace. May the whole world enjoy peace. And of course, as we chant and we pray, we ask all the blessings of the Devis and Devatas for our Paa. Om Durjano Sajano Bhuyat Sajana Shantimapnuyat Shanto Muchet Bandhebhyo Muktaschanyan Vimochayet Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahisha Gobrahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Dhyau Shantir Antariksha Gum Shanti Prithvi Shantir Apah Shantir Aushadhaya Shantir Vanaspataya Shantir Vishve Deva Shantir Brahma Shanti Sarvagum Shanti Shantireva Shanti Sama Shantiredhi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. We join in powerful jaikars. बोलिए गजानन स्वामी की, श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की, उमापति महादेव की, जगदम्बे माता की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, सियापति रामचंद्र की, अयोध्या राम मंदिर की, गोस्वामी तुलसीदास की, ट्रिनिडाद और टोबैगो देश की। बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। Jai Jai Sitaram. Please take your seats, everyone. So we'll close off for the live stream. We'd like to thank, the family members. We had a live stream available, so those who joined for Satsang through the live stream, thank you for your interest and for your good wishes for Paa. And all of you who are present here, we're so happy that you all made the time to come this evening.